Now, some of you might have noticed that a good portion of the music videos just disappeared. Well, I thought the idea of putting all these records online was a good one. I thought the idea of plugging up the main channel with something that really isn't what we normally do, maybe not so much. So they're all on a separate channel, all by their own, and we have been grinding through them, and it's been kind of mediocre response. And my gut feeling is it's a mediocre response because of how piss poor the audio quality is. And after consulting with some folks, the thing we came up with is a combination of records in horrible shape, and we know they are, and a potentially wore out completely needle. So I took a bit of a gamble, and I managed to track down a Zenith Cobra Green replacement needle for $35, and we're going to see if that makes any difference. And our test bed here is Too Fat for Me, which is a classic that I would love to hear in any sort of quality. So let's give that a listen with the old needle.
You can sing it right away. Now here is what you say, so sing it while you may. Here's a silly jingle, you can sing it night or noon. Here's the words, that's all you
What
need.
I was told is that constant low-level hiss is a bad needle. I don't know. This is not something I have a whole lot of experience with.
I don't want her, you can have her, she's too fat.
But I'd sure like to hear how fat she is in a little better quality. Now, this is the needle it came with. There were no real model numbers on it, and looking up the model numbers of the Zenith came up with a blank. But going just off of visual cues, I was able to track down a replacement. Now, this one has a steel arm and a triangular point. And I made an attempt to file that point, and I did get it quite a bit better, but far from what I would expect. And again, what they were telling me is that this point is simply writing in the dirt at the bottom of the grooves, and it's no longer actually picking up any sort of audio signal. So let's try with the brand new one. Now, the new one has a coil inside, and the point is not a triangular point, it is a diamond tit, a little steel, almost like a ballpoint end, although much smaller. And going off our visual cues was successful because clearly the two of them are going to fit in the same mounts. Well, I mean, what else are we going to do? We'll give her a try. Ooh, funny high-pitched whine coming out of the player. What's the deal with that? Have I not got it seated properly? I think I got it seated properly. So there's our old one. Now that whine came back. We'll see what happens.
Here's the words, that's all you need, 'cause I just sang the tune. Oh, I don't want her, you can have her, she's too fat for me. She's too fat for me. She's too fat for me. I don't want her, you can have her, she's too fat for me. She's too fat, she's too fat, she's too fat for me. Jump, jump, jump.
A waste of $35.
She's too fat for me. She's too fat for me. She's too fat for me.
Switch right back.
Fat for me. I don't want her, you can have her, she's too fat for me. She's too fat, she's too fat, she's too fat for me.
I mean, I almost wonder if I'm not getting the new one seated all the way. I don't understand that.
She's too fat, she's too fat, she's too fat for me. I get dizzy, I get numb when I'm dancing with Jumbo, I don't...
Well, those are decidedly unimpressive results. What a waste. Well, if anyone would like to purchase a Cobra Green, whoa, look at that. It is covered in record bits. So, yeah. Well, that's a decided bummer. That is a complete and total failure and a considerable waste of money on my part. My wife will be thrilled. But if you would like to hear us continue to grind through all of these old records, you can join us on our second channel there. I will put the link in the description, and it is Montana Record Hunter. And yeah, feel free to subscribe if you love hearing these old records come back to whatever quality I can coax them back to. So far, washing them in the old style with some distilled water and a very fine paintbrush has helped tremendously. And refiling the needle, which I never actually saw anybody talk about how to do, but apparently it worked okay. That helped tremendously. Buying a new needle was a complete and utter failure. But if you know where I'm going wrong, by all means, join us at Montana Record Hunter and weigh in and let me know what I should do differently. It is a Zenith 6R886, and so far, no one has been able to find any reference to the model number. Maybe you can. Maybe you can help us out. Maybe you can tell us what needle she actually needs. Be appreciated. Otherwise, join us in Montana Record Hunter and listen to some old tunes. Thanks a bunch, guys.